I would do a little update for you guys. I haven't vlogged in a really long time. Some of you might know if you follow me on Facebook or if you follow me on Instagram, when my Instagram does work and it goes up, that I had surgery. I had surgery on the 24th of June, so Monday, and I had a hysterectomy. So before that, I was really nervous about going, and so I kind of just kind of kept to myself, and I didn't do anything really. I had all these plans and blah 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 blah, and nothing happened. So because I was so nervous about this surgery, but I went into my surgery. So I had to do a lot of prep work before, which is weird because I've never had to do that, and I've had 3 surgeries, one when I was 2, and I don't remember that, and then I had my 2 C-sections. So, and going into my C-sections, I was fine. Like, I was fine. And I think the reason why is because, sorry, my eye is just killing me, is because I was awake for those, and I was in control, somewhat, of my body. I wasn't in control of my body this time. So that was kind of hard, but I made it through. But I had to do, like I said, I had to do some prep before. Like I had to, so Saturday night I had to take a shower, obviously, and then I had to rub this, it's what they rub down when they go into surgery, the surgeons do, and I had to rub that like on my belly and wash it for like 3 minutes and blah blah blah. Then no, that was Sunday night, and then Monday morning I had to take a shower again, which I was going to anyways. I take like 2 showers a day anyways, and I had to rub that stuff again. Well, Saturday or Sunday night, I remember like my stomach itch, and I thought, oh, it's just because I'm nervous about this surgery. Well, I went into, so I had to be at the hospital at 6 a.m. and they did all my prep, and they put this, my IV, I don't know if you can see it, but it's so bruised, in my, like right there in my arm. But I had to drink from Monday of last week until Sunday night, when I couldn't drink anymore, water. That's all I could drink because I was so dehydrated because I'm so anemic, or was, and I was just really dehydrated. So I did drink water. That's all I drank. And I'm still drinking water because I have to drink like 3 of these a day. I do it, but it's rough. So, anyways, because I don't want any more complications than I already had. So I go in, they put my IV in, which there's still a bruise, and then I get ready. I go into the like the pre-op area, and you know, they're gowning me up, they're putting the things on me to make sure I don't, my heart or whatever. And then Bentley and Dan came in. They don't normally let children under the age of 12 back in pre-op, but Dan's like, well, 1, we don't have anybody out here to watch him, and 2, I'm gonna see my wife, and he's going to see his mom, or you're going to deal with it. So they're like, oh, okay, well, on our paperwork, you know, it says that Bentley has autism and blah blah blah. So they're like, oh yes, he can come back in. So they were back there, and I was doing okay until Bentley started talking, and then I just lost it. I like started crying, and it did not end well. And so I tried to stay as calm as I could, but I just, once he, like, Dan, I could care less. I was like, yeah, whatever. Bentley started talking, I lost it. So they left because I was getting the stuff to put in my IV, the good medicine, the I don't care medicine. I had requested that to get it before I went into the OR, and of course they let me because they know, my doctor knows that I am scared to death. So I got the I don't care medicine, and this is all I remember. And I was going to remember this, and this is the part that I was so scared about, was that I was going to wake up, I was going to know in the OR, I was going to know everything that they did prior to me going to sleep. I was going to wake up in the middle of my surgery with the tube down my throat, which scared the crap out of me. So they gave me the I don't care medicine. I okayed for the paramedics student to shadow my anesthesiologist, which I just want to tell you, he was the cutest thing in the whole entire world. And I was like, yep, I'm good. He can do my anesthesiologist any day. He can be it. I don't care. So they put the stuff in me, and then they wheeled me down. And I remember wheeling down to the OR. I remember going into the OR. I remember seeing the big light, the huge lights that they have. I remember seeing that. I remember seeing across, like along the walls, were surgical carts. And I remember this guy, because at our hospital, they have to wear all blue if there's surgery. And so he was in all blue, everything blue. And he was in the middle with a tray. I remember going over to where my bed was going to be, like the bed, the surgery bed. And I remember looking over, and the student was next to me. And she said, it's going to be okay. And then I remember them saying, okay. I don't remember them lifting me up and putting me over onto the surgical bed. Nothing. I remember them having to put me, like, you know, I call it the Jesus way, where they put your arms on the boards. And I said, are you going to tie me down? And they said no, which they did. I remember turning, like, my head a little bit, and her saying, okay, take a deep breath. And so breathe normal. And they put the mask on me, but it was like, I said, oh, there's a leak right here. And they're like, no, she's like, it's okay. I remember hearing the guy count the surgical equipment, because I could hear it tinging on the tray. And then I remember Mr. McCarty, the anesthesiologist, going, okay, Mandy, breathe in, big breath, breathe out, a big breath. And then I had my 2.5-hour surgery. And when I came out of it after I had breathed, there was these two ladies, I was in recovery, looking at me, and I'm just like, I woke up and I'm like, whoa, what are you doing? And they're like, you're in recovery. And I remember the only part that, like, my hands were out of the Jesus lay thing, and I was like laying down with my hands were on my chest or something, and I was in no pain. I'm like, did I have my surgery or what? Because I am in no pain. But I remember, like, doing that, and the mask was down here, and I'm like, oh. She goes, yeah, you had surgery, as they're putting more medicine, a painkiller, in my arm. I'm like, oh, okay. So then my surgery started at 7:30. I was back up in my room, my recovery room, at 11. So it was a 3.5 hour from start to finish. And that is including recovery. So whenever I was able to be moved, they wheeled me through. You know, I saw Dan and Bentley, and then two of our friends, and they wheeled me into my room, and I remember them picking me up and like pushing me over and putting me down. And then I started my recovery. Well, I was fine on Monday. Like, I was fine. I didn't really sleep a lot because I was, like, so hyped up on pain meds, but I was still in my bed, and I still had to have my catheter in. So Tuesday morning, they started taking away the Toradol, because I had Toradol and Percocet, and then I had Toradol and Percocet, and then I just had my regular IV. I had to have an antibiotic, and it's just one of the protocols they do at our hospital. And I had to have fluids. So Tuesday after lunch, they took my catheter out, and they said, okay, it's time to walk. And so I'm like, oh, okay, I can do this. I don't really feel a lot of pain. I mean, it's sore, but it's not, like, sore. So I got up and I started walking. That's when the pain started. I actually had to stay an extra day. I was supposed to leave Tuesday afternoon, like Tuesday at 5 p.m. Because technically they only have to keep you for 23 hours. But my insurance paid for it anyways, because I couldn't get my pain management under control. And so I was walking, and they're like, it's gas, and I was taking Gas X, and then the doctor's like, she came in and saw me, and she's like, no, we're going to do a breakthrough drug. So I had Toradol, the breakthrough drug, and then Percocet, and they just kept that every 4 hours. I was getting something. Well, I'm like, I don't want to be on Toradol, because I don't like the way my body is on Toradol. Well, because I was getting up and walking, they couldn't have me on that or the Percocet. So my pain it never went below, like they have their little 1 through 10. It never got below an 8. And they knew I was in pain. Like, I was crying and everything. And then they're like, okay. So after I took my walk and after lunch, they gave me this medicine, and Dan and Bentley had left for a little bit. And I guess I slept for like 4 hours. I came back, they're like, you look so much better today than you did before. So whatever medicine they gave me worked, because it helped me with my pain. Because then I went home on Wednesday morning, like I went home, I was home by 10 or by 11. So I was in the hospital for 72 hours. And so far my pain management at home has been, I'm trying to like wean myself off my pain meds just because I don't want to be stuck on them. Because frankly, I'm driving myself nuts and it hasn't even been a week. And I'm going flipping crazy because I'm literally stuck in my bedroom, or I did go to town yesterday with Dan, but I only stayed in the car. But I'm like, I need to get out. I need to get fresh air. Something needs to happen because I can't do it. You can only watch so much TV. And so I have done all of Bentley's school shopping, all of new backpacks, new lunch pail, everything. I've done shopping for me and Dan. Yeah, I'm just like, thank God for Amazon Prime. And so today the boys went to NASCAR. I'm like, you know, it's not fair for Bentley to have to be stuck in here with his mom. I mean, we have played cards. He learned how to play spades. I mean, I've just been trying to bide my time. I do take naps because I do get really, 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 really tired. My stomach, this is Saturday, and my stomach feels a lot better today. It just feels like there's a weight, I guess. I don't know. I had 2 C-sections and I don't remember any of this, but I also didn't have a lot of gas put in me. So I have 3 incisions. I have one on one side, on my right side. I have one on my left side, and then I have one in my belly button. The belly button is where they put the camera so that they could see what was going on. Obviously I had a hysterectomy, so they removed my uterus, my cervix, and one of my ovaries. I was really worried that I was going to lose my ovaries because I lost half of my left ovary when I had Bentley because of the cyst, how I found out I had Bentley, and then I was having Bentley, and I was really worried that I was going to have no ovaries, and then I was going to have to be put on meds, and I hate taking medicine. And so I was happy to know that I have half of my left ovary. So, but they had to take my right ovary because it was enlarged, and there was, I don't know. And then because I've had 2 C-sections, my doctor went down and cleaned up my C-section because there was scarring, and she said because I'm losing all of these parts of me, it would just be worse on me in the long run if I didn't have my scar tissue cleaned up. So anyways, Dan calls it, I got a complete rotor-rooter. But, you know, he just says that because he's Dan. Anyways, so they went to NASCAR today. Bentley has never been to NASCAR. I have because I served beer at NASCAR. I was asked this year, but I couldn't because I can't even really stand up for very long. And so yeah, and I'm totally bummed because Garth Brooks is coming is at Autzen Stadium right now, and I could have gotten tickets. And then I found out that it was the weekend after my surgery, so I'm really bummed. But my friends are going there, and they're going to record some stuff for me, so I'm excited about that. So, even though I can't be there, I can be there kind of sort of through technology. So anyways, I just wanted to hop on here, give you a real quick update of what has been going on. I haven't been vlogging. I didn't forget about any of you. And also, I want to do a shout out to my friend. She started a vlog channel. It's called the Benchwarmers 2.0. It's hilarious. So I will put her information down here, and you guys go check them out. So tell her that Mandy sent you so she knows. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. Have a great weekend if you're seeing this on the weekend. And just remember that tomorrow is another day. Goodbye.